I wanted to take this morning, I have spent a lot of time this last year talking about spreading us thin and guarding our resources, but I wanted to share with you. I wanted to give you, I'm going to beat you up a little bit this morning, so I want to encourage you a little bit first. I want you to know, I'm just going to give you an overview of everything that we are plugged into or participate in or help volunteer with in this community, because sometimes we just don't see it. We don't see where we're serving. You know, we think of Christmas at first as our big deal, and it is. That's our one big woohoo for the year where we feed the community. But let me rattle off a list of things that this small little group is involved in. The Christmas parade, the community Christmas service, of course, Christmas at first, Operation Christmas Child, Trunk or Treat, the school supply drive every year, Howdy Neighbor Days, and we found out that giving ice cream away is really popular. So that's probably something we're going to continue to do. We're involved in the school system. You know, we are sponsors from everything from the Booster Club to the Science Club. You know, we're plugged in. And FCA, I don't know if you know this, I'm going to brag on your youth pastor. He's the first guy I've ever had that actually gets up early on the Friday that FCA is meeting and goes around and picks up the kids that can't get there in time because of the bus and drops them off at school so they can be there for FCA. That's a heart for ministry, folks. Oh, your advertisement's over. And we have seniors that help, and they're plugged in with the senior luncheon. We've got church members that are down there faithfully every week, 2 days a week, helping feed folks. So then we've got, our clothes pantry and our food pantry. And let's not forget that we spend every Wednesday night in an outreach program that reaches about 100 kids. It doesn't take much to understand how easy we can become spread thin. But we do have a community presence, and we have a good one. And I want to continue to grow that stronger. That's a good thing. So how do we meet all these needs? Well, we need to be plugged in. You need to be plugged in and serving where you can. The bass thing's getting ready to happen again. I can feel it. Can you hear it? May have to turn me down just a little bit. Here, Brandon doesn't know, but I'm going to put him on the spot. A month, 2-3 months ago, we had a conversation. Brandon's heart, hey man, I just want to love people and serve. Hey, he's like a parrot, that's all you hear. I just want to love people and serve. He's got the perfect heart. But he also has an extremely busy schedule. And we came to this agreement. I want to serve. All right, you give me Wednesday nights. I won't ask for anything else, right? He's plugged in. He's committed. He's needed on Wednesday nights. I need him there above anything else. And he understands that, and I understand that. So if he has time to serve somewhere else, great. But his priority is Wednesday night, and that's where I want it. And we all need to find where we fit. Find that priority and plug in and help serve. My caution that I've always thrown out on spread too thin, there's a reason. And it kind of hit me in the face last Sunday. We must remember whatever we do as a church, we do for Jesus, to bring him glory. We don't do it to bring embarrassment to God. So whatever we do and we set our mind to, we want to do it right. We want to make sure we give it 110% so that when we do something, people know that our heart was in it. We cared. It may not come out perfect, but people know we tried and we put an effort into it. You know, you guys have been my family for 20 years. When I come in here, I feel loved. I feel welcomed. And most people do. I hear that a lot. Hey, your church you're one happy family. You guys really love each other. And I know you do. You would race off to help anyone in here at a moment's notice. But this last year, I've spent more time in the community and the church than I ever have. And I found our weakness. It's just kind of become this focal point for me, and I want to share it this morning. It's hospitality. If I could put my finger on one thing that we really need to work on to grow our sense of community in the church and out of the church, it's hospitality. We love each other. My question is, how well do we really know each other? Fellowship is a huge part of your faith. It's a huge thing to Jesus. This is where we build our relationships with each other. I'm just curious to how much time we actually spend with each other outside of these walls. We are going to be in Leviticus this morning. Old school Leviticus, full of laws. Chapter 7, 11 through 15. A healthy church is important. To be healthy as a church and as Christians, fellowship must be part of that. And that was all in God's plan. He understood how important it was to keep us accountable to each other, how important fellowship was to encourage us, to keep us from slipping into sin and to falling out of unity with Christ. Fellowship helps us maintain our walk with Jesus. God thought fellowship was so important that He made it a requirement inside the Jewish law. It's called a fellowship offering or a Thanksgiving offering. And I just want you to know how arrogant we are as Americans, because I'm one of them. We think we established the Thanksgiving tradition. No, we didn't. The Jewish people did.